Number 1. We bought this rundown house, my boyfriend and I. While he started working on converting the kitchen into the main bedroom, I insisted on removing the old wallpaper. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling in the house. It's a lot of work to remove, but it feels so good to get rid of. The best feeling is getting a long peel, like your skin peels after a bad sunburn. I turned it into a game, on the hunt to rip the longest piece possible. Then, I noticed there was a person's name and date under a corner section of the paper in every room. I couldn't help but investigate, and Googled those names. What I discovered left me speechless. The names all belong to missing people, and the dates matched the day of their disappearance. We notified the police, who sent the crime scene team. I overheard one of them say,
"Yeah, it's human."
"Wait, what's human?"
"Ma'am, where's all the material you removed? This isn't wallpaper."
Number 2. A father went to say goodnight to his son, as it was his routine since he knew his son would have trouble sleeping if he didn't. It was sort of a silent tradition between them, one he never forgot to attend. The room was dimly lit by the lamp, but the father could clearly see there was something unusual about the kid tonight. He looked the same, just with a huge grin that drew from ear to ear.
"You okay, buddy?"
He said. The son nodded, still grinning, before saying,
Daddy, check for monsters under my bed.
The father chuckled and got on his knees to take a look. There, under the bed, was his son. His real son. Pale, trembling, and scared to death. He whispered,
Daddy, there's someone on my bed.
Number 3. I stood there, watching as my future father-in-law held his precious daughter's hands as he walked down the aisle. Tears in his eyes, the wedding march played in the background, reminding him that in a matter of minutes, he would be witnessing me hold his daughter's hand and slip a ring onto her finger. He reached the altar, and I finally held her hand. Grinning from ear to ear, I had never been this happy before. My bride's father then got down on his knees and started begging.
"I did what you asked. Just please give me my daughter back."
I glared at him. He was ruining the beautiful moment.
Shut up. If you sit down and enjoy the wedding, maybe I'll tell you where I've hidden the rest of her body.
Number 4. When I smiled in her direction, she didn't smile back. I think there's something really wrong with this mirror. Number 5. My 4-year-old said he wished people didn't have to knock to get in the house. Thinking nothing of it, I told him about doorbells. Then, he asked me if we could install one on his window. Number 6. It's so dark in here. I can't even move, breathe, speak, or hear anything. If only I knew it would be this lonely, I would have asked to be cremated instead. Number 7. A daughter was in her room, busy with homework, when she heard her mother call her name. "Dinner's ready." She jumped onto her feet and began making her way downstairs, when suddenly, a pair of hands grabbed her and pulled her into the laundry room beside the staircase. She panicked before realizing it was her mother, unusually weepy with bloodshot eyes, and then said,
Don't go down there. I heard it too.
Number 8. I open the door to see a policeman who informs me that my husband just died in a car crash. Confused, I turn my head to see my husband at the table, and eating the dinner I just served, grinning at me. Number 9. Every night, my brother and I used to knock on the wall separating our bedrooms. After I came back from his funeral, I could still hear the knocking. Number 10. Growing up with cats and dogs, I grew accustomed to being awakened by sounds of scratching at my door. But now that I live alone, the sound is much more disturbing. Number 11. Yesterday, I wrote 69 on my wrist as a joke. But today it's 68. And I'm even more worried now because I can't wash it off. Update. It says 67 now. And it's starting to hurt. Like something's on my wrist. And it's getting hotter by the second. It seems almost burned into my skin. I've started hearing weird noises at night. Children's voices repeating the same phrase.
Your turn. Your turn.
Number 12. Don't look behind you. It doesn't like to be seen. Number 13. There's always this girl outside my window. She's kinda cute, but the only problem is that my apartment is on the 7th floor. Number 14. My twin brother and I often shared experiences and sensations. If only he had warned me before getting open heart surgery. Number 15. My new horror story was finally finished. I typed "the end" on the last page. Then my keyboard, entirely on its own, typed "is coming." Number 16. As she turned off the bathroom light, she caught a glimpse of her reflection in the mirror. But this time, her reflection blinked first. Number 17. After the power went out, she lit a candle for some light. But when she saw the shadows flickering off the wall, she realized she wasn't alone. Number 18. Every night, I hear my daughter giggling in her room. But the only problem is she's been gone for years, taken by the thing that mimics her laughter. Number 19. Upon logging onto the dark web, I found a message offering my exact location and a countdown timer. Curious, I clicked it. With every second passing, I hear footsteps drawing closer. But when I look out the window, I see nothing but empty streets. Help me. Number 20. As I navigated the dark web, a chilling voice crackled through my headphones.
Your fate awaits you.
Moments later, a masked figure materialized outside my window, confirming the digital threat had become all too real.